So the Clearance Transformers adventure continues, and I've got another one that I happened to come across at another Meijer store that I somehow missed the last time. We've got the Titans Return Chasm and Decepticon Quake. Clearly I didn't even know what I bought because I had to read it 3 times there. So this guy, got him for $7, couldn't pass him up. He looks cool, he's a tank. Reminds me of G2 Megatron a little bit. I have no idea who this is. Packaging is pretty much the same thing that we saw with the Twinferno figure. So it's got the Titan Master blasting off the body of the Transformer there, and then the background's just got some standard product shots, normal stuff like that. So let's pull them out and take a look. Alright guys, so here is the Decepticon Quake figure out of the packaging, and then of course Chasm is here as well. That's the Titan Master head component of the figure, and I gotta say right off the bat, I think I like this figure a little better than the Twinferno Deluxe figure that I got previously, so these two kind of match up in scale. I just like the design of this guy. I like his robot mode, and I like his transformation into the tank. He's also got this humongous cannon that sits on his shoulder. He's got another blaster, so he's got 2 big guns, and he's a Decepticon. I've always been a sucker for the bad guys usually, so I do like this figure. Let's take a look at articulation. There's not tons, it's a Transformer. He's got enough though, I'd say. Head can swivel, look up and down just a little bit. It's more of like a bob action based on how the head actually sits inside there. The arm can go all the way out because it's on a hinge up here on the shoulder. It's kind of like a wing action almost, and then it can swivel all the way around. There's a ball joint in there, and then there is a 2-part hinge at the elbow and the bicep really, so it acts as a double jointed elbow, so you get more than 90 degrees, and the wrists can rotate a little bit as well. There is nothing at the waist or anything like that. Legs can go all the way out, all the way forward, and all the way back until you start to hit the backpack of the figure, basically. There is a thigh cut and a swivel, and then we have got a single joint at the knee. So, pretty basic articulation, but I think it works well enough for, a transforming robot, and also a character that is as blocky as this. So overall, I'm happy with it. I'm not really going to find any complaints in that regard. I don't think anybody expects tons of articulation at this scale and price point anyway. So beyond that, like I said, I do like the sculpt. It is, it's clearly a tank. You can see the treads on the legs down there, and then if you spin him around, you can see more treads on his arms, and then of course you've got the like the cockpit on his back. The gun actually sits on this piece that folds down, so this would obviously be the top of the tank, and it's the tank's gun. But if you fold this up, it sits like a shoulder cannon, which I think is really cool, and I like that design element. I think it works surprisingly well. It just pegs into a hole back there. The gun that he has for his regular blaster rifle I think is pretty uninspired, but it's a second gun, so I'm okay with it. It's basically just a sculpted out kind of generic blaster rifle. He doesn't have tons of paint on him. He's got little silver highlights here and there, and then he's got some stickers. You can see these lightning bolts with the Decepticon logo on there. He does have some face paint. We've got the yellow face with the red eyes. The heads on these guys I think are a little small. I know that that's the gimmick here. I think they do look a little bit undersized to me now that I have 2 to mess around with, and then there's a little bit more paint on the back there, some grays on top of that maroonish type color. So again, not too crazy in the paint department, but I think I have come to expect that after looking at a handful of these and just kind of remembering Transformers in general. So I'm okay with that. He does look cool enough to me. So let's get him into his alt mode. Alright, so here is the Quake alt mode. After 10 relatively easy transformation steps, I actually didn't have to look at the directions too much. I got stupid about the legs. But this guy I think looks pretty cool. I like the design, I like the color combination, I like the overall look of him in the tank. I like this humongous gun with a second gun attached to the top. I like the translucent plastic. He does have wheels on the bottom. There are these roller wheels right here, and then he's got 2 little wheels here. He rolls well enough. It's not the best, but I'm not going to be zooming him around the kitchen floor or anything. The canopy on the cockpit does open up if you are graceful enough, and you can put Chasm inside there in his transformed mode as well, in his robot mode. So yeah, not a whole lot to show off here really, but I do like this design. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks very much like a tank, so I think they accomplished their goal. I don't know if I'm going to keep him in this mode, although I kind of like it, but I tend to keep what Transformers I do have on display in their robot modes just because, you know, they look more dynamic that way. So overall, I think this is a pretty good toy. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think that I necessarily would have wanted to pay $15, $16, $17 for this, because that's kind of where these price points lie depending on where you buy them. But for $7, I think I made a good decision here. He is a cool looking toy. He's got some decent articulation in robot mode. He's got a cool alt mode. I mean, if you like tanks, if you don't like tanks, obviously it's not gonna do it for you. I like his color combination, and it's a Decepticon. I like bad guys, and he fits the bill pretty well. So that's going to do it for this look at the Transformers Titans Return Chasm and Quake figure from Hasbro. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, guys.